to another episode of Dee Dee Eats, where I'm just a girl making healthy dishes for you and me. Today we're going to start off with a dish I like to call green beans with chicken chunks. And let me show you how to make it. All right, this recipe does not take long to make at all. What we're going to be putting in it is 1 red pepper. I'm going to have some grilling seasoning that I actually put together myself in one of the Simply Organic containers. I'm going to have some bay leaves in it. These are going to be some organic chopped cut green beans and some grilled chicken breast chunks. The seasoning that we are going to put on our chicken is going to be smoked paprika, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, a little Celtic salt, and some rosemary. And this is what will be going on our green beans. We are going to steam the green beans, and then we will actually kind of stir fry the chicken. Alrighty, I've already rinsed my red bell pepper, and we are going to cut it up. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful day today. I know I am, because I am blessed to see it. I'm going to get these little pieces off of here. And we are going to also make us a point to use also this half of the bell pepper. We can just cut around that and keep that so we can have more red bell pepper. Get these bulbs off of here in a second. Just get these cut down. I definitely believe in getting all we can out of our good veggies. Let me clear that off of the board. You want to make sure that we have these bell pepper chunks fairly small, but they don't have to be like extremely small. You'll see how they come out and how they look when you add them with the green cut green beans and the chicken. But just a little cube size, small cube size is good enough, because you definitely want to see that pop of color in there. Okay, that's going to be it. We're going to put our red peppers in a container while we just had to prep those. Okay, now since the steaming of the vegetables take the longest, we're going to do that right now. So this is a rice cooker that also has a steaming tray. If you do not have a rice cooker, then you maybe going to have to steam your vegetables yourself. Then you're going to do that on the stove. Steam them until they're perfectly soft. We want to always add our water, and to steam vegetables, to add the flavor, that's where the bay leaves are going to come in. So we're going to put into the bottom of this about 2 bay leaves, maybe even 3, and just push them down in the water just to make sure that they get wet. Don't need a lot, because again, we're steaming. So put that on here. And then we will be putting in our green beans. Frozen green beans are just as good as fresh green beans, which I also don't mind fresh green beans if you have those. But this dish is made mainly for me with frozen. Frozen vegetables are just as good as fresh, because they're picked right at the peak of when they're ready, and it makes for very good to have them that way. So you can either do fresh or you could do frozen, but either is good. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. And we are going to add the grilling seasoning that I personally made myself. This container says this, but I made these seasonings that are in here. I'll show you guys on like a later video. I do like to make seasonings myself by just putting things that I like together and have them already there. That way I can maybe just shake them on and don't always have to put them together. But we are going to top this up and get this steamed, and then we'll get started on the chicken. All right, now let's get to this chicken. We are going to be using some avocado oil here. And we're gonna coat our pan. Put in our chicken pieces. I'm gonna put in our seasoning that we already have here that I told y'all that I'm using for this. And we're cooking our red bell peppers in there. Put all that together. Add a little bit more oil to that. And the particular chicken that I have here, I'm going to end up having to cut it because they changed what they used to have. These used to come out in actual like chunks, and it made this a lot easier, but I see they've changed them to like chunks and strips. So I'll probably cut some of this meat down, but this is already pretty much cooked already. So I just need to give it like a good, maybe like 10 minutes or so, and just let everything just kind of gel and meld together. And then I will cut down a few of the chunks, and then we'll be adding it to the green beans. Put that on, and we're gonna top that up and let that finish cooking. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our green beans now to add our seasoning. Once pretty much all of the ice has melted from them, they could still be cold or still be cooking, which they will be. But once the ice is melted off, that's what we really want. And want them to look like a bit softer. And that's when we're going to add our vegetable seasoning to it that I told you that we have. And since it's already made, instead of me putting it in a container like I normally would, we are just going to sprinkle some on the vegetables. You can put a generous amount if you like, because that's going to season just the vegetable itself. And of course, we do have already our chicken seasoned. So we'll put that on and just kind of get that coated on at least all of the pieces of green beans. So we'll put some more here. That way our chicken and our green beans has taste and flavor to them. And since we made the seasoning ourselves, or me rather made the grilling seasoning myself, then I already know what's in it. I already know that it does not have too much salt in it because I put it together myself. And the other things that I decided to put in it is not too much. Which is what we're always going for when it comes to healthy dishes. We're going for not too much salt, not too much bad ingredients, healthy or organic ingredients. And so when you can make a seasoning yourself, that makes even better. You know exactly what's going in it. So we'll top this back up and let that finish. All right, we're back over to our chicken and it is ready to come out. So we are just going to put that in a bowl and let that cool. And then I will cut down some of the chicken chunks that we had in that. Again, I wasn't aware when I bought it that they changed it and they're not chunks anymore. So I'll cool those and cut those down and we'll be back. All right, our vegetables are steamed and they are ready. So now the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to remove the water and the leaves that we have in here, and I'm going to dump the green beans and the chicken all together, mix it up, and then we'll plate it. All right, I'm going to add a little more avocado oil to the bottom of this pan just for everything to mush well together. We are going to add our green beans. We have already removed the bay leaf and we've gotten them all ready here. So there is the green beans. As you can see, I did get a chance to cut those chunks up. So we will add those. The chicken with the chunks. I'm gonna stir that in together. And it should look a little something like that. Let's go ahead and plate that up. And there you have it. A wonderful, quick weeknight meal if you want. Or something that if you are the type to do meal prepping, you can meal prep that and have it. It will keep in the fridge for a couple of days. And you can enjoy it anytime. All right, until next time, where I'm just a girl making healthy dishes for you and me. Bye-bye.